Hello students, let's talk about the syllabus. The syllabus is what we're going to go by, and there's a quiz in Module 2. The quiz is open book, and you can be looking at your syllabus when you take the quiz. So I just want to make sure that you know this information and you know where to find it if you need it. So here is BA130, Introduction to Spanish Interpreting, and this is for the spring of 2024. This is our section number. This is a 3-unit class, 54-hour lecture total. That's why I mentioned in the other video that the work may seem a little bit packed. I don't want to say rushed because it is selected to give you the maximum learning advantage, but it is intense in a way because we are compressing 16 weeks in 8 weeks for your 3 units that you are getting. So here's my information, my name, email if you need to contact me, office, location, and hours is by appointment via Zoom. This is an online class. So this is the description for the class. Introduction to Spanish and English bilingual skills for a career as an interpreter or translator. Learn about the various industries that employ bilingual skills to provide interpreting and translating services for business, medical, legal, government, and education. The course includes proper translation of industry terminology, written translation and oral interpretation techniques, professional role, and code of ethics. Fluency in Spanish and English is strongly recommended. I would say it is essential. We are not teaching Spanish. This is not a Spanish class. We are not teaching English. I know some of you are primarily English speakers and you're learning Spanish. So you need to have a good, strong basis of Spanish. We're not going to be teaching the basics of grammar and conjugation and the placement of the accents. So you're supposed to know all that. As I mentioned in the introduction video, the welcome video, you are expected to communicate in both English and Spanish, and I'll be giving you pointers for better communications, for expressing yourself better this way or that way in translation or interpretation, but you should have the basis of English and the basis of Spanish. We're not covering the basics of either language. Here are the student learning objectives. So by the end of this class, you will be able to identify interpreter and translator career opportunities and the requirements to succeed in related careers, demonstrate proper grammatical use of business, legal, medical, and educational terminology in both English and Spanish, interpretations and translations. So you should know vocabulary in both languages. I have provided you some glossaries for the different areas, business, medical, legal, etc. We'll go over those at the appropriate time, but you should at least have the basic understanding of the terms in both languages. Translate and interpret basic forms and letters used in business, legal, medical, and educational fields, and understand and identify the responsibilities of interpreters and translators related to conduct, civic duties, and code of ethics. There is no required textbook. This class is designed as an OERZTC, Open Education Resources, Zero Text Cost class, which means that I'll be providing the materials for your use. There's specified in the glossaries, as I mentioned, in the canvas. I'll show you what those are, and I'll let you know the glossaries, the class lectures, study guides to consult for your assignments. And these glossaries are in the public domain and can also be found online. For the tests, or the quizzes, there are study guides. There are no surprise questions on the module quizzes. I will give you a study guide. It's in there in the modules. You have links, glossaries prior to taking the modules quizzes, except for the syllabus quiz, which we're going over now, and you can review the quiz accordingly before you take the syllabus quiz. We have also a final exam, and I'll tell you more about that once we come closer to that date. And then there are some self-check quizzes to assess your own progress as to how you're doing. And many of the quizzes that I give you in Canvas, you can take them multiple times, and they will give you the correct answer so you can review. The college requires weekly student to instructor and student to student interaction. Even though this is an online class, well, nowadays the world is online and you can communicate online. So we're going to use similar processes. So the communication requirement is facilitated via the discussion boards and the announcements as they come around, assignments, feedback and comments, email, and any other online communication tools. This is Santa Ana College's mission statement to inspire, transform, and empower a diverse community of learners. So here we are. And you can read about the assignments, quizzes, and grading. The grading scale is right there, so there are no miscommunications. And here is the weight of the different assignments. As you can see, the final exam is pretty heavy in your grade, counts for 30% of your grade. As I mentioned in the welcome video, I expect you to do all your work on time. So here's a late work policy for you to consider. The assignments are due by Sunday of each week, except for the discussion, which will be due. And here is that information. You need to submit all assignments in Canvas. It's up to you to upload the assignments. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But everything is self-explanatory in Canvas. If you're new to Canvas, there's modules where you can look into how to move around in Canvas and all that. And if after watching those videos and reading those sections, if you still have questions, let me know. If you're asking me a question that's in those modules, then I'm going to refer you back to that. So before you ask a question, do your research first within Canvas. And if you still cannot find the information, of course, I'm available. When I ask you to submit assignments, these are going to be in Microsoft Word. As a student of Santa Ana College, you have access for free to Office 365, and you can look on the left margin of Canvas to see where that link is and how you can access it. Do not upload PDFs unless the assignment specifically asks for a PDF. And these are important dates to remember. Our class begins April 15th and on June 9th. This is a Monday to Sunday. And if you know some people who want to add the class, if we still have room, they can do so before April 24th. If you need to drop the class with a W, May 26th is that date. And if you need to drop the class before you get a W, so without a W, that is April 24th, and the last day to get a refund, April 23rd. The attendance policy. It's important to have attendance. Even though this is an online class, we take attendance by your participation, especially in the first week. So there's an assignment for you. I told you in the welcome video, you must do that assignment during the first week, by the latest the second week, early in the second week, because the college requires us to drop students who are quote unquote not participating, not attending, and this participation is measured in the beginning by that discussion. Here's where I mention again the time commitment. 1 credit hour spent in class requires 2 hours spent outside of class. This is for traditional classes that are in person. But for this 3-unit 8-week class, because it is compressed 16 weeks into 8 weeks, students should be allocating 12 hours per week for their online class, preparation, and homework. So plan your week accordingly. Here's my information on communication. Academic honesty policy. It's very important that in order to increase your skills, you must do the work. You must do the drills to get the skills, as they say. Do the assigned work. If you have any questions, there's collaboration, you can ask me, but do not copy information from the internet, and especially using Google Translate. This is a translation and interpretation class. You might think it's easy to simply Google Translate something, but if you Google Translate your entire assignment, that is considered plagiarism because you're taking information that you did not create, and you will not receive a grade for that assignment. There is a word translate feature in the Word document. This also is considered plagiarism, and you will not receive a grade for that assignment. If you have any disability, you need any type of accommodation, please contact the Disabled Student Programs and Services office so that they can let me know. Here is their information. You can click there and visit them online, or you can call them right there. Of course, you can read about the sexual harassment policy. It's not tolerated. The Rancho Santiago Community College Districts provides an educational, employment, and business environment free of unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal and physical conduct or communication that constitutes sexual harassment. So review this. If there is any issues, please contact the Office of Human Resources, and that's that phone number right there. And you can read about trolls. Trollish behavior online is not tolerated. Online, a troll is defined as someone who deliberately starts quarrels or posts inflammatory, extraneous, or off topic responses to elicit a negative emotional response from a target, from a person. So we can disagree on this and that, but let's do so respectfully. We are professionals, and you're about to be, if you're not yet, you're about to be a professional in this field. And you can look here at the course schedule. Again, the assignments are due every Sunday at midnight, and then check each module for the due dates. You can go through here and what is covered, the topic, the readings and lectures, and the exercises. So look for the assignments right here. And of course, this is the basics, and I might add some complementary information that goes along with the topics. All right, and that takes us to the end. And of course, the final exam is due June 9th. And I'll give you more information about that and how to prepare for the final exam. If you have any questions, of course, you can reach me. Thank you, and I'll see you later.